Hi everyone, this is a review of the brand new Goose Creek Wax Melts for fall 2020. Although two of these scents are from like 2 months old, I just didn't get to review them before. Um, as usual, Goose Creek has fantastic scents, um, so I was really happy with these. If you've never seen my reviews before, I don't actually look at the scent notes until after I've done my review, so I'm not swayed by what I think it should smell like. So we are going to start with Apple Cheesecake Cupcake. And the notes are top notes of gala apple and cake batter, middle notes of cheesecake custard and graham cracker crust, and base notes of buttercream frosting and vanilla bean. I love this scrumptious scent. It's like caramel apple on steroids. It's super sweet and rich with a sweet, like a sponge sugar note, a little bit of saltiness for the caramel, and I can smell the crisp freshness of the apple. It's a very natural apple note. I think it might also have a hint of maple, which is not in the scent notes. And the throw is bold. 5 out of 5. Took over the whole house. Apple cider donut. Oh, I kind of wish I'd saved this one for last because this one is my favorite scent of the whole bunch. And I'm not normally a fan of like fall scents or bakery scents, and this is basically a both a fall and a bakery scent, but it's not at all what you would expect. It seems like, based on the name and the picture, that's just like another fall apple cider scent. It's not. And even the notes don't really give the notes just sound again like it's just another kind of a generic apple fall scent. The notes are top notes of fried apple donut and sweet sugar, middle notes of cider, nutmeg, and donut shop, and base notes of soft spice and vanilla. This is a fantastic, super sweet, rich scent of apples, caramel, maple, nutmeg, brown sugar, or molasses, and a bit of cinnamon with just a hint of a bakery note and maybe a smidgen of marshmallow. It's not a donutty scent, but it's so much better. The nutmeg gives it a pumpkiny note, but it's not a pumpkin pie scent at all. The super sweetness, maple, and molasses notes add another dimension to what would otherwise be just another apple pumpkin type scent. I love this one on cold sniff, but I didn't think I would adore it as much as I do when it's melting. It's amazingly good. It's so sweet it'll give you cavities. Again, looking at the notes, they look like just any fall apple bakery scent, but this scent is so much more, and it lasted all day, at least 12 hours. Would have easily have gone much longer if I hadn't removed it for the warmer for the evening. Definitely want to stock up on this one. And the throw is bold. 5 out of 5. Took over the entire house. So it's just a perfect scent in every possible way. So definitely don't be fooled by kind of like the generic look and notes and scent name. It is an unbelievable scent. Next we have a blueberry pancakes. Notes are top notes of sugary maple and pancake batter, middle notes of fresh blueberries and caramel and syrup, and base notes of baked vanilla sugar. This is a very sweet marshmallowy sponge sugar blueberry scent with a bit of a maple note and maybe a smidgen of perfuminess. I don't actually smell the pancake, but it's a great scent no matter what. I'm sure I've smelled this scent before, and I believe it's a dupe of another blueberry-based scent. Not blueberry cake donut. That one had a rich, slightly salty bakery note with a smidgen of perfuminess and no maple. It's not blueberry cheesecake, which had a slightly sour chemical note. It's not blueberry Greek yogurt, which was tangy with no maple notes. And it's not blueberry limeade, which is more lime. So those are the only Goose Creek blueberry scents that I know of, so I have no idea what scent this is a dupe of. But then I checked a little bit more and I realized it smelled like Waiting for Santa, which I describe the same way as a super sweet, rich blueberry confection with a sugary syrup note, toasted marshmallow, and maybe a hint of maple. I did I don't have that scent anymore to compare. But I did check with Goose Creek, and they said that all these scents are brand new scents. They're not dupes of any other scents. So I do remember Waiting for Santa. This one, as I recall, this smells a lot like it. So obviously it's probably not exactly the same. But if you like that scent, you'll probably like this one. Throw was 3.5 out of 5. Strong, so good for like a medium to a large room. Next we have Calm and Cozy. Top notes of sandalwood and vanilla amber, middle notes of white citrus and cashmere, and base notes of soft vanilla woods and cozy linens. This is indeed a cozy scent. It's a warm, slightly ambery, perfumey scent, but it's not overly sweet. With milky vanilla and a smidgen of light wood and fruit. I really like it. When melted, I think I smell a smidgen of coconut too. Looking at the notes, I don't detect citrus or any laundry type notes. And I'm surprised I don't see some kind of fruit, or maybe that's the citrus, but I really don't smell citrus. And there's no coconut either. So, but it's a very nice scent. Throw is medium, like a 3 out of 5 would be best for a small to medium-sized room. Next we have Cold Autumn Leaves. Top notes of bergamot and cool raindrops and leaves. Middle notes of fir needles and fallen leaves. And base notes of patchouli and autumn woods. This scent captures the essence of a crisp fall day with the sharp, woodsy note of crispy brown fallen leaves, soft, warm pine, and a hint of fresh air. It may also have a barely detectable smidgen of old, slightly sour apples, but in a good way, that have fallen to the ground, as well as maybe a little bit of mint, and possibly bergamot that gives us a teensy bit of a cologne note that most people won't notice. I love this scent. Looking at the notes, they are right on point, although there's no apples or mint, and I wasn't really sure if I smelled those anyway. If you don't like patchouli, you'll be happy to know I don't detect patchouli at all. I do love patchouli, but I don't smell it in this scent. Throw is bold, 5 out of 5. Scent monster, definitely one to get for the fall. Next we have Falling Leaves. Notes are top notes of ripe apple and plum nectar, middle notes of fall leaves and wild moss, and base notes of maple tree and oak tree. This is that typical fall scent that smells like old mulled cider, apples that have fallen to the ground and mixed with brown leaves, but this one is done right. It has the perfect balance of apple and leaves and woodsiness, and it's rich and it smells fantastic. I thought I smelled a smidgen of cinnamon, but it's not in the notes, and I don't smell plums. Throw was bold, 5 out of 5, but within around 2 hours, the scent kind of dissipated to more of like a 3 or a 3.5 throw, which was still fairly strong, but not as strong as it was initially. But it's a great scent. Next we have Luau Sorbet. This scent came out in the summer, towards the end of the summer, but I was unable to get it then. Top notes of peach nectar and island pineapple, middle notes of sweet strawberry, and base notes of coconut milk and sparkling sugar. This smells like lime soda with a bit of orange, and the acidity of the citrus notes and fizziness of the soda. It's definitely a citrusy soda scent rather than a sorbet scent, but it smells fantastic, fun, and summery. Looking at the notes, I'm way off, but I am definitely smelling lime and a little orange, possibly a hint of strawberry, but definitely no peach, pineapple, or coconut. I guess the sparkling sugar is the fizziness. Throw is very strong, like a 4 out of 5. Next we have My First Autumn, and even if I didn't know what the scent was, Just having the cat on the label is reason enough to purchase this because I love scents that have animals on the front, cats or puppies. Top notes of sparkling citrus and orchard peach and fall berries. Middle notes of Rome, apple peel, and gilded leaves. And base notes of sandalwood, vanilla bean, and cedarwood. The scent description is crisp, dewy fall morning air. It's this cute kitten's first autumn, which I think is adorable. This is a warm, ambery, perfumey scent with a bit of fruit like blackberry and or apple, a hint of vanilla, a tiny bit of caramel, and a smidgen of wood way in the background that I don't really detect when melted. It's a beautiful, pleasant scent that almost smells like pink sugar, but with apple and not as sweet or perfumey. When melted, there's a smidgen of smokiness that I don't smell from close-up or on cold sniff. Looking at the notes, everything is spot on, but I don't detect citrus or peach. Throw is strong, 3.5 out of 5. Would do well in a medium to a large room. Next we have Pink Apple Sunset. Come on. There we go. Why is it? There we go. Top notes of Pink Lady Apple and Anjou Pear. Middle notes of Watery Dew, Peach Blossom, and Dewy Leaves. And base notes of Warm Amber and White Sandalwood. Again, like I said before, I don't look at the notes until after I'm done my review. So with this scent, I smelled watermelon, pear, and apple. Or it might not be watermelon, but apple with a smidgen of like sage that makes it smell like watermelon. It's a nice, sweet, fruity scent, but not perfumey. But there's something in the background that's a teensy bit sour, but not in a good, like, sour apple type way. I'm not a fan of watermelon scents, so maybe that's what I'm smelling. Looking at the notes, there's no watermelon or anything sagey or savory, so maybe it's the peach I'm detecting. I'm not a fan of most peach scents either, so I didn't really care for this one, but that's probably just me. The throw is very strong, like a 4 out of 5. Next is Pumpkin Angel Food Cake, and they have a couple of Angel Food Cake based scents. They've got the regular Angel Food Cake and the Chocolate Angel Food Cake, and now they've added a Pumpkin Angel Food Cake. Top notes of Angel Food Cake and pumpkin butter. Middle notes of fluffy vanilla cake and light spice. Base notes of vanilla bean and shaved pumpkin. The Angel Food Cake part of this scent is a rich, super sweet, like spun sugar scent with a caramel note. But this one also adds a hint of apple and a rich salty note, which I guess is supposed to be the pumpkin, but I don't detect any pumpkin-y notes or any spices like nutmeg or cinnamon. It's like a salty pretzel with apple bits in it, drizzled in super sweet caramel sauce. It's super yummy. It reminds me of Sensational's pumpkin apple muffins, but this scent is much sweeter and has the caramel note and a more distinct apple note. It also smells a lot like the apple cheesecake cupcake scent, but that scent is sweeter, less salty, and with way more apple. Throw is bold, 5 out of 5. Another yummy scent. Next is Pumpkin Cider Donut. Top notes of red apple, sparkling orange, and sugar glaze. Middle notes of cinnamon, clove buds, and pumpkin spice accord. And base notes of rich cedarwood, sheared musk, and warm vanilla. This smells like a combination of a donut and apple cider. It's nice. The apple cider is not a harsh mulling spices type apple, but more like a sweet apple juice with just a hint of cinnamon. I also smell the nutmeg of the pumpkin, but this doesn't smell like pumpkin pie, more like an apple cider donut. This scent smells more like apple and less like pumpkin than their apple cider donut scent does. Like the name should be switched, although the apple cider donut doesn't smell like pumpkin either. So I like them both. I do adore the apple cider donut scent a lot more, even though this is also a fantastic scent. Looking at the notes, I don't smell orange, wood, or musk at all. Throw is medium. 3 out of 5, so would do best in a small to a medium-sized room. Next is pumpkin sugar churro. Top notes of creamy pumpkin and brown sugar. Middle notes of spiced churro and apple. Base notes of warm molten vanilla bean. This is a rich, buttery bakery scent that's not very sweet. It's actually a bit salty and has a smidgen of something sour way in the background that I don't care for. I do detect a smidgen of cinnamon and nutmeg, but they're very subtle, and maybe a barely detectable smidgen of apple cider. Looking at the notes, I'm not getting the brown sugar at all. This one is just, it's not my favorite. Throw is strong, 3.5 out of 5, so would do well in a medium to large room. Next is salted caramel pumpkin. Or I'm sorry, salted caramel popcorn. That's a lot of pumpkin here. Salted caramel popcorn. Top notes of caramel and sweet vanilla. Middle notes of melted caramel and salt, and base note of buttered popcorn. This does smell like buttered popcorn with sweet, rich, slightly salty caramel. I really don't know what else to say. I can actually smell the corn and the butter. It's a great scent, and the throw is very strong, 4 out of 5. Sugar Plum Kiss. This one came out towards the end of the summer, and I just wasn't able to get a hold of it then. Top notes of sugar plums, blackberries, and raspberries. Middle notes of soft floral, and base notes of sweet amber and vanilla sugar. This smells exactly like I expected it would based on the name. It's a super rich, succulent, very fruity, like a rich rhubarb fruitiness, dark blackberry and plum scent with a hint of raspberry. It's slightly perfumey, like it has some notes of pink sugar, and it's sweet but not overly sweet. It's a fantastic, classy scent that I'm sure I've smelled before. It's not the same as Blackberry Parfait, which is a rich, warm, perfumey scent with just a hint of dark berries, but not blackberry or plum per se. It's not the same as Blackberry Bourbon, which was a generic blackberry and perfume scent, not super rich like this one. However, it's very similar to their French Autumn and Moonlit Bloom scents, which are the same scents, I believe. But those scents are richer, sweeter, and warmer. But not by much. They're very, very similar, but not the same. Fantastic scent. Throw is 4 out of 5. Very strong. I really like this one. I like the picture too. I like the picture on the front. And last we have waffles. We got waffles and ice cream. Waffles. Oh my God. Let me try this again. We've got waffles. Waffles and ice cream. Waffle, waffle, waffle. Waffles and ice cream. Top notes of what is wrong with me today? Top notes of soft, warm waffles and light syrup. Say that quickly 3 times. Soft, warm waffles and light syrup. Middle notes of vanilla bean and swirled sugar. And base notes of whipped milk, butter, and batter. This is a super rich, yummy scent that does indeed smell like buttery waffles with a creamy, milky vanilla note and maybe a smidgen of maple. It's scrumptious. On cold sniff, it has a teensy bit of a perfumey note, but I don't detect that when melting. And the throw is very strong, 4 out of 5. So there you have it. Those are the new Goose Creek wax melts. And if you want to read a text version of this review, just go to waxmeltreviews.com. Also, feel free to join our Facebook group where we discuss all different brands and scents of retail and store-bought type wax melts. You can find the link to our Facebook group underneath this video and on our website at waxmeltreviews.com. Have a good day.